Hi, welcome to Monterey's Cooking. I'm Cookin Pisto, and today we've got another show coming to you from China. Okay, you know, back in July, we took a trip to China to observe the mushroom harvest. We were in the Yunnan province, which is in the southern section of China, and it's quite warm being summertime. And we observed a harvest and also the wholesale market. We went to a village, oh, I think it's a little bigger than a village, maybe a big town, let's put it that way, called Lufang, which was the wholesale market for the bolitas. Our guests that we were with was a fellow by the name of David Lee, who's from there, and also David Aurora, and our friend from Carmel, Miles Williams. I tell you folks, hunting mushrooms in China is quite different than hunting mushrooms anywhere else. The trees were quite different. I mean, they have pine trees, but they were all small trees, and it was interesting to see how they harvested mushrooms there. I also got a real rare privilege of meeting a lot of these pickers who are just wonderful people. And I also had the rare privilege of cooking an Italian dinner for a bunch of these people at this mountainside cafe. And I mean, this is a real mountainside cafe. Now, I cooked a bunch of classic Italian things, and you know, surprisingly, they had beautiful tomatoes there. They had all the basil. They had garlic by the tons. I mean, everything that I needed to make a good tomato sauce, except the olive oil, which I brought with me. And I had them taste it. They didn't care for the olive oil too. It was a little too strong for them. And also the cheese that I used, apparently Chinese, the folks didn't care for the cheese too much. So we had to eat cheese, or we had to eat the pasta with the cheese. But you'll see, or we had to eat the pasta without the cheese. But you'll see what I'm talking about. So folks, let's get ready and let's go to China. Well, here we are. We are drawing probably the biggest crowd of our lives. I can't believe it. They're just swamping it. Everybody wants to be around it. They do not get. And this is where all the big buyers will come from, all the cities, and what they'll end up doing is buying a lot of the stuff and then take it back, and then from there it's resold. So, I mean, just everywhere you look, there's mushrooms. And you know what? This is nothing yet. This is the end of the day. This is all what's left over. All the people around the mountains bring their dried mushrooms, and then the buyers from the cities are here, and other people are speculating. And what they're doing is buying the mushrooms and then trying to resell them and making a couple of pennies on it that way. You can see these guys are coming in with, looks like they have about 10 kilos per bag, and then they come in all dried and they sell them, they grade them. Real interesting. This is just a small market. If you look around us here, I don't know how many 100 kilos there are, but it's a sizable amount of dried mushrooms, just all around me. We draw a crowd real fast here, so we're gonna make this real quick. Thank you. Get a card and a number. Okay, this has got to be absolutely delicious. Okay, this is hard tofu over a brazier, over pine needles, so it gets up the flavor, and then you have all that nice sauce with the hot chili in it and the cilantro.
David Aurora has returned to this mushroom capital and has brought photographs of a lady who helped him find mushrooms in the forest. She has come here to the marketplace today, and they have found each other, and he has presented her with her collection of her own photographs, and that's what this crowd is all about. It is quite a significant experience. And here she is, and maybe we can get her to be on the camera. And there she is, and show them, where are the photos? Let's see. Something very, very precious to her. These are very precious to her. and something she might never get again. And David was nice enough to bring, yeah, here she is, a beautiful face. What a wonderful face. Beautiful.
Okay, we made it up to this mountain cafe, and David, could you introduce your friends? These are the owner and some of the pickers.
Okay, this is the owner of this wonderful cafe restaurant here, and these are two of her helpers who are going to take us out to look for some mushrooms.
Yeah.
All right, here and here.
So, when we come back, we should have a few more mushrooms, and then we're gonna cook. We're gonna cook a little pasta, and a little pasta with mushrooms, and a little pasta with fried eggplant for these folks. Should be very different. And then they're gonna do some cooking for me. Okay, let's get going.
Okay, all right, good.
We're great. Another one's coming right on. Well, here's their transportation. You know, the uniqueness of this place is that we're gonna go pick up mushrooms, and then we're gonna take them back and they're gonna cook them for us. Not many places in the world where you could really do that. I mean, literally walk out of the restaurant, pick them up, take them back, and they're gonna cook them. This is gonna be incredible experience, I'll guarantee you.
In fact, here they don't eat the Caesar here, right here.
First discovery.
First discovery.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's edible. That's edible. This one, they eat these, the peppery one. So that's growing. See, there's like there's fir and oak up there, so they're growing with the roots.
See, this is a rusla. We have many ruslas in Monterey. The cut's growing out of the
That too?
Yeah, here's a mature one.
What's that down there?
Here's one coming up. Yep.
Oh, here's some beautiful.
What's this?
Well, I call them gunbei-chin.
Gambay.
There's a mushroom called gunbachi, and gunbei is what you say when you toast, like this. And these are like little goblets.
Oh, yeah.
So I call them gunbei-chin.
Okay. Orange.
Okay, here's a nice one.
Gee, a lot of mushrooms.
Yeah, okay. Okay, gunbei.
Gambay.
Rainwater. Ah, delicious. Okay.
Soba.
Okay, this one's called saobachin. That means bush. Right?
Yeah, bush.
Bush
Bush.
mushroom. It's kind of similar. No, not bush. Brush.
No, toba.
Brush.
Map.
Brush. Map.
Yeah.
Not
Our
map.
map just like it. To drag it.
Map. No, it's brush. That's
Nicola,
brush. It means brush. We call these corals, and they're edible and quite good. And this is a lactarius that's very popular here. When you break it open, it's called a milk mushroom.
Yeah.
If you break it open like this white milk comes out of it. And this is a popular one that we'll eat some today at lunchtime. They're very good. Most mushrooms should be cooked first, but this one here, you can eat it just like this, raw. It's quite good.
You know, if you notice, David was eating some raw mushrooms down there. Please, folks, don't do that. David, explain. You know, you're an expert.
Yeah, I study them. I know the ones that are good to eat, the ones that aren't. So the cardinal rule, if you don't know whether something's edible, don't eat it. There are some very poisonous ones, and there's not a lot of different kinds that are poisonous, but some of the ones that are very common. And so the chances are not good if you just randomly eat these things. Eventually, you're going to get poisoned and possibly die. So you got to know what you're doing. You can take classes, get books, or travel to countries where they have a tradition of it. and people can teach you that.
Because even here, you mentioned something, they've only been gathering mushrooms on a large scale.
Yeah, the
number of
minority
years.
tribes here have a tradition of it, and they generally tend to know what they're doing. The Han Chinese here, during the Cultural Revolution, all this stuff stopped. They weren't selling, and so a generation sort of lost some of the knowledge they had. So now that they're doing it again, some people are just selling anything that they can pick, that they think they can sell. And I've seen some things being sold that may not actually be edible, or that are, but only if you know how to cook them
properly.
Yeah, properly. So that also depends on the country. Some countries, some people's, like, they definitely know what they're doing.
So go out for a nice walk
Yeah.
and only collect what you know.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's it. And
Right.
do not
That's
experiment
it.
unless you're
Right.
with David Aurora.
Yeah. That's the.
Bring him along with you.
Yeah, right. Hey, I'm cheap. I come cheap.
Okay, let's keep looking.
Come on, guys.
All right.
This, John, this could be Carmel Valley. Look at it. And we're in the middle of the People's Republic of China.
I mean, red China.
And we have found cactus. We have found almost everything we have at home.
It's incredible.
They just cook it a little differently.
Yes, and they talk differently too.
They ever.
But boy, are they friendly. Huh?
Friendly, sweet people.
Really, and food has been just incredible. I mean, we've been eating good, and I'm losing weight, and so is
I'm
Miles.
losing weight.
I mean, we
I'm
must
just
be
sure
down
of it.
30 pounds apiece.
And today you're going to show them how to cook a little
Yeah,
Italian.
we're going to put it all back on.
Unfortunately. Today we start eating John's cooking.
Yep. Well, let's keep looking.
It's
There's
always good.
a lot of neat stuff. But I tell you what, folks, it's unlike being out in the forest after rain. It's very humid here, but walk slow. It's wonderful.
This is humid.
不是，刚刚很松架。哦，我看了。
会吃那东西是对。
Oh, okay.
Oh, here's some more. Here. Wow, look at this.
What do you got?
There's
Wow.
some polites here.
Look at that.
Oh,
Holy
See what we
mackerel.
got.
会吃的
Ooh, okay.
东西是对。
This is a good example here. This is a polite that in the States we would not eat this one. However, they eat this one here. They sell it. It just has to be cooked well.
This is the...
This is a one that stains bluish, unhandled. Okay, like that. See that?
Uh-huh. Turning blue, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a spider there.
Okay. And this one's, let's see, the local name. I don't know. Let's ask her the Yi name. Okay. This woman here is from the Yi minority tribe here, and she can tell us the Yi name. Here, hold that.
There's more in here, too.
Yeah, there's more.
你们也听不懂。
Beautiful, beautiful, isn't that gorgeous? Yeah.
Maybe the one starting there?
Yeah.
我们的一厨房哎，
Yeah.
就是和木兰上。
那你们一起我。
Yep. I got that mushroom feeling.
So this one here, what did she say?
She said its name is
姜嘛，
我是记不清楚了。
姜一起，他就
黑木耳。
嗯，我们是和木兰上，
或者是
加上跟木兰，跟木兰，
Demois.
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 Demois. Demois. Oh. Okay.
Do you eat this?
Also,
Look for these.
Okay.
Demois.
She says this one's edible and delicious. Now, what's interesting in the States, these boletes here, the ones that have the sponge underneath, in the States, the ones that stain blue, see, just from holding it now, that's not a natural color. It comes from holding it. It stains blue like that. And then here, we consider those to not be good. And we like the ones that don't stain, the king polites. Here, they like the ones that stain blue. And the ones that don't stain, the king polites, they consider them inferior, and they're happy to export them now.
Cut it now. Watch. See, John, just
So-
cut it. Watch it before your eyes. It'll turn
Yeah,
blue.
here, just, okay,
Cut
cut
this
it
big
again,
one.
cut it again, cut it again, here.
Cut the big one.
Or cut this one, either one. And now,
Focus, focus.
yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
Yep. Yep. Have you ever tried eating the blue stainers in California?
Yeah,
And
but you should cook them well.
you gotta
That's the
cook them
main
well.
thing,
then.
yeah.
And if you don't cook them well,
You can get digestive upsets, yeah.
okay.
I mean, it won't kill you, but.
Okay. All right. So, but again, don't play with these folks. All right.
Okay, this is a termite mushroom here called jizong. It's one of the two most highly prized mushrooms around here. It grows, it's cultivated by the termites, and the stem goes way down. And so she broke it off here, but she got a good chunk of it. It's a very young one, and we'll see some other bigger ones, I'm sure. And they're quite good. So the termites live in here. They don't have the big hills like they do in Africa, but you can often tell because the ground is not as how to say it? It's more sort of crumbly.
Forest.
Yeah, yeah.
Folks, there are literally mushrooms all over this hill.
What is
I
this?
mean, every type,
Oh, I'm sorry.
every type around. I mean, this is called what, David?
Well, this one here, they call this one old man's head.
Old man's
Because
head.
it's like kind of like a bald head on top. And this one also grows in the States. Yeah, California, this one only grows in the northern half
Oh,
of it.
really? So,
And
would
it's
this be
edible.
fake Mazutaki?
Yeah, it's called mock matsutake.
I see that on
Mock
your book.
Matsutake, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of it. It's not poisonous,
Mhm.
but we generally don't eat it there because we consider it a little bit chewy, but they love it here. So they were selling it at the market. This one gets huge,
Gee.
and when we're cooking them up, I think that we already have some big ones, you know, so
That's
we'll
a
cook them up.
smell of celery.
Yeah, nice smell.
Very pleasant. All right.
So we'll cook them. And here it always grows with this tree here, these fir trees.
Wow.
So another name they have is the fir tree mushroom.
We've got
下雨了。
Caesar's
但
amanita
这个要
here.
多找点这个。
他们要等
Well, we're all finished up for today collecting. David's still up on the hill. He's doing some photography work. But we're going to go back and make some nice Italian food.
And some iced tea.
And a big iced tea and a soda. These are all the mushrooms we picked. These are just some of them, though. We're going to be washing them up now. And then so they're a little busy. I mean, this is a real country tavern out in up in the hills. Excuse me. And I mean, these are just the bolitas and the termite, and these are the chanterelles. And of course, off to your right, you got these beautiful stinkhorn. Look at that, huh? Look at that, folks. That's a stinkhorn, all right. Huh? Okay, well, folks, it's my turn to perform here. You know, we've been out hunting. We found some incredible mushrooms. What I thought I would do is just introduce some very simple Italian things here. I found out immediately they don't like cheese. So I don't know how the pot is going
Quite hard to find that out.
But what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do just some simple pasta with tomato sauce, which I don't see any of that happening around here at all, which I think they're gonna find quite interesting. And then we're gonna do some other stuff. But let me get, do we have any chopped garlic ready to go? Okay, what we're doing, we're mixing the east with the west, folks. Okay, I'm gonna pretend like I don't. I use my other hand. They use a lot of oil. They're like, I'm a righty. You gotta be a softball thing. A lot of oil. Woo!
What we have here is a huge wok
I want this to be
with
very
water,
very
with the coke underneath that's heating the water, making big steam, and then this steamer fits right down over that, and it steams whatever you have in here. Today, we have our rice, some mushrooms, and whatever else might be under that rice, I'm not sure. But they put like a coolie hat on the top, put that over the steam, and voila. There we have it.
Well, at the beginning, it's soap.
Okay, okay.
There, yes.
哎呦，这个盖子干不起来哦，这些盖子早期的一种。
And that's different there? Or the same?
Different. The cheese.
A little bit of Italian in the middle of China. So we're gonna have a little pasta with eggplant. We got some with the boliche we fixed with garlic. These are the same. These are some chanterelles we fixed with some cilantro. Some roasted bell peppers with cilantro. A lot of olive oil and garlic. And these are camas plants, I believe.
No, not camas, they're cannas.
Oh, cannas. Okay,
C-A-N-A-S.
which we have growing all over our yard at home. Which
Canna lilies?
These are,
Canna, yeah.
have the lilies.
Just like over here.
Incredible. So we're gonna have those.
But you brought the olive oil in.
We brought olive oil. I brought shallots in. They've never seen it before. So this is going to be an experience. This is our first course. We're eating California style in China.
Yeah.
This is our first course, and then we're going to go into Chinese food. Okay? This is a feast. We're here.
can't
It's a
wait.
feast. I can't believe it. God bless China.
What's your mom?
啊，好吃，我喝了2杯。
She says delicious.
Let's have this.
Folks, I can't tell you enough how much fun we had in China. And I tell you, the best thing was meeting these Chinese people. Absolutely incredible. It was an honor for me to meet these beautiful, beautiful people.